What's up, gang? I don't know how much battery I got. I just wanted to talk real quick. Please listen to what I'm trying to say. This is for entertainment purposes only. Might be funny. Look, let's get back on point, class. So look, an automated system, right, is pretty much um something you have called a cron job. Okay? If you haven't heard me say this before, a cron job is a Unix-like system set to a scheduler, right? It ties to the word cron that's in OMI, a micron, okay? Because OMI means I and AN. Okay, OMI means AN in Hebrew, and AN is a suffix of the word Zayin, which is, and Zayin is Zetia in Greek. This goes back to what Rashad Jamal was trying to tell y'all at one point. I don't know if he ever did, because I never, signed up for his classes and shit. But he's one person I heard say Zetia and shit. I was rocking with, for me. Rocking with a lot of other people too. But that nigga said, Brad said something about Zetia, right? And Zetia deals with a lipo transfer called a Zetabe. But a Zetabe was discovered by colonists in Nigeria from the Ezo tribe. And the tetraoxidant was discovered by the U.S. and Haiti. Two big tribes tying to North America type shit. Because we got chiefs on this land too. So getting back on point. Okay. The automated system is a scheduler time thing. Most of this shit, bro, we already been ran by clones. Because one thing I thought about, right? Everything we've been exposing, right, is because niggas was seeing it low key. Even if they weren't seeing it, it was coming through as intuition. If you've been listening to me, most of the time you don't remember your dreams through these times is because your physical body, so you need to clean it up. And then when you do get to that point, you have to clean up your mental state because you don't need to be in realms and fear. Because then that brings confusion when you even come back and wake up type shit. And be like, you don't need to have fear because that changes reality. Literally, like, just you here, just think about the shit you would have did if you wasn't in fear. And then think about the stuff you did when you wasn't in fear. Okay, it's the same thing when it goes to the Astros. Because look, you thinking you could do all this shit in the Astros, but these niggas scared of you. So when you're allowing entities to get to you trying to escape that shit always so you can get through the gate. The key to get through the gate is to open your heart and remove the fear, because the fear is not the energy. The root needs to be in to rise, because it's not really emotions that's tied, it's awarenesses. Your chakras are straight awarenesses. So the thing is, to make it make sense, I've been saying we're in a timeline and we've been here before. Now think about everything people been saying beforehand. Just think 2020, 2021. People's like, when you get this shot, you might drop your soul, woo, you can't ascend, all this extra shit, right? And then as they were showing, people was they was gonna make machines so you can plug yourself up or commit suicide, all type of shit, right? So if we were to come back in time or come into this matrix type shit, wouldn't you think we would be plugged up somewhere? Kind of and just keep coming back because you didn't figure out the game yet? Most likely because you made the wrong decision and end up falling. Because if that's what it was supposed to do and everyone's speaking so highly strongly about it, like that's what it's supposed to do, that means that you already did it. And this, the thing about when you're in the cosmos, this is like also being in the cosmos. So it's like when you're in the cosmos, you can like pretty much, uh, much manifest, pretty much bring the memory from that into the physical, which manifests into action. Okay, so being that there's a present and we're dealing with cycles this whole time, that's really dealing with hertz and geometrical shapes, right? We're going up in ethers right now, or you could say dimension. 5 ether settled, well, the fifth dimension settled, and it denoted 6 ether. Okay, so I think that's the most proper way to say it. It denoted 6 ether. So now 6 ether is being denoted, and once it settles, is going to denote 7 ether in the air and on the ground. 6 ethers in the air, but it's going to be on a physical state, so it's going to be a physical change going on dealing with 6 ether genetics. Okay. The thing about fasting is you're breaking away from the shit that's not of you, right? So if you did have an opportunity to do so for think time travel, if you had an opportunity to do so, you are being able to do it right now. It's just like you go on to church, you repent, now you're living a life better. The thing about repenting is admitting to itself of its wrongdoing. So if you can't admit to yourself, you can't change it. So that's when it starts to open up your throat chakra, because if you want to, when you always reach the heart, but it's a lot of shit getting tied to your sacral, because the sacral and the root is connected, right? And that deals with your solar. All of them deals with each other. It's just when it's clogged with emotions, it blocks awareness, which blocks intuition, which is clairvoyance. So it's like the thing is, you have an opportunity now to change what you call so-called future. The reason I'm saying that is because as the reason they're saying a pole shift and it's going too fast, how would time speed up naturally? It speeds up naturally because the light is hitting the atom and changing its state of matter inside this dome, also called the arena / Pangea. Because Pan is what a size of arena, and the arena deals with sacrifices to this fuck nigga Zeus. Okay, so look, alright. So that being said, when we go, if the hertz is speeding up the time loop, right? Meaning they already had a timeline and told you what the fuck was going to happen in the year 3000, to the point they're saying we're going to be battling robots in space and all this extra type of shit, right? A whole timeline all the way through there talking about wars and everything. Stay with me. So the thing is, say the year 3000, the timeline is 3693 because that represents the universal cycle. So the time loop is operating within the cycle and operating off your energy because that deals with your DNA, period. That's the only way it's being really illustrated around you. Okay? DNA. That's why everything you see around you is reflections of you. Even down to the material things, it's a reflection of you. Right? Okay, that's why a lot of things attached to your nervous system can be manipulated because you're literally living in your DNA. So it's like, So we're in 2023, 2024. Through 2023 to 2024 is a common era. So it's not AD or BC, it's CE, common era. Okay? So look, the thing about the pole shift is this is what no one's talking about. The pole shift is speeding up time. So if it's speeding up time, it's speeding up the dimension. Okay? So I peeped it goes around every year because 360 is still part of the cycle. That's why it's 12 months. It's kind of representing the clock so it can track the sun around the compass, around the arena. Okay, that's what the 12 represents, a rebirth of the 9, right? But there's always a 369 because the 3693 is just representing the version, then the rebirth by the 12, so to say. But in reality, they always schedule this shit 3 months ahead of time just so they can evaluate and do it all over again. So 3 months later be really when this shit happens. That's why I go off at 369 even with the months. So when I be trying to tell y'all this shit and I be like it's August right now, I really mean that. Okay? How you think they generating so much sun to even make it cold? September is December. Feel me? Alright, so that's how spring come around, cause it gets stronger to the point they can't even do it no more. So if you feeling how it feels now, you see they back in the clouds spraying again. They was scared. That's why you seen it like they've been scared. You feel me? They scared as hell. They probably all facing karma too right now, even fucking with me and everybody else. But look, let's get back on point. So if it's been an automated system already along this timeline, listen to what I'm saying. If there's already been an automated system this whole time, because being plugged up deals with some AI shit, some shit you think we never had. People's looking at virtual video games, and that's not like to warm you up to some shit you already in. And if you realize you already been here and you keep coming back, don't that make you feel some type of way? Like something else is going on? You feel me? Nigga, you have memory from the times you been here. That's what I'm saying. So like, as people is waking up through the timeline, even with the past, like it was mostly everything before 2023, supposed to be. Feel me? 2023 is military time. Okay? It's military time. Now that this some new sauce. 2023 is military time, and the end of the day is 2400 hours. So 2400 hours or 22,400 the year would be 2,400 hertz. But what dimension is that? That should be like the 8th dimension or the 8th cycle. Either the 7th or the 8th cycle is when 2400, because that's a ratio, but a ratio is time too. Like, see why they be using military time too, because all they're doing is tracking the sun. Like, they got niggas doing shit like this. That's why they got the Air Force and Space Force. with the delta. Remember, the delta represents UV and denoting new energy or a new energy cycle. That for me. So, say if this timeline has been here and we're stuck in the Middle Ages, or well, the Middle Ages correlates, or AD, you feel me? Or BC, all that shit, all the way back then. I'm saying, even to the 1800s, 1900s, uh, like 1890, 1980, 2060. That's all a part of the sixth cycle. And 2023 is just in the middle of it. Feel me? So, being that 2023 is most like 2023, 2024 is most likely a common era thing, meaning when the blast hit is going to be when it matches with 2023. Because that's what they waiting for. Because the energy is rising to the year we're in. Okay, because you got to remember the year and hertz are both measurements of quantum energy cycles. How you think they be knowing what's about to pop up? Then it's a timeline, bro. But it all correlates with the cycle because it's also a representation of your DNA. Everything operates the way your DNA does. Everything operates like you. You are the energy. For me. So if there was an automated system at the end of this timeline, and the only way to break it is to come into the matrix and break that shit, pretty much. Kind of like Neo in the Matrix. Came to the point he knew he was the one, boom, went back to sleep, because the shit gets overwhelming. But a lot of the battles you be having, even when you're awake and you're in the cosmos, they might see you in the goddamn sky, be all type of shit. It's really how it be. It's just being that we're multi-dimensional. It's a lot of shit that, a lot of things that are not multi-dimensional. Okay? Meaning it's an interdimensional thing being tied to what's attached to the soul. Like, it's imperative to clean your chakras out mentally and physically. Stay in the heart space spiritually. Because if you've been listening to what I'm saying, this should make sense. 2023 is in the sixth cycle because of a Hertz scale that's starting from 1890 to the year. I say the Hertz are years in the cycles. Okay? The reason why people are matching those timelines and expressing their DNA and telling people what's really going on, because you're going to remember, because it's matching up that time with your DNA, which is ancient DNA. It's always been here. It's nature. That's why it's your cycle. They can't interrupt you if you know thyself, you know thy energy, because now you're taking back your power. Your body's going to start doing it on its own. And you start saying shit you may never say, but it's going to make sense. Like, because it's calling back on this energy back, because it's not allowing them to even interrupt it with the magnetic field. And the more that happens, the more it's not just the sun breaking the magnetic field. It's you, the planets, because those planets are aligned to land below too. And you breaking in too, as you call on your power back. They trying to use these chemtrails because the heat that rises from the sheet of clouds, it kind of reflect the light back up. So the light and the shit that's in the clouds would it creates some magnetic shield for me. It's like a replica of the sunlight hitting you, and now your body's creating a magnetic shield, and the planet making a becoming its aura again, which is gonna push out that magnetic field. There's a lot of pressure. That's why it's more pressure because it's coming from below and above. You're still that X in between. Okay? So that being said, say it's always been an automated system. All this shit has been timeline and they've been doing the same shit all over in different scenes. Just saying on the futures tip, everyone's been exposing what already happened. But if you realize what you're saying already happened, that means you already went through it. And you're not going through it right now because you're awakening yourself at the end of this timeline. So you don't, when you break out this timeline, it's like the Janeway video on my page when she woke up out of her dream and her friends was there. But while she was in her dream, the reptilian was trying to get her to come with them. That's like Enoch when he went to the fifth heaven. That's the 5D, denoting that energy for him to go. When he went to the fifth heaven, he was saying, why would I serve thee that's not of me? Type shit. Like he knew what was going on down here and how people was getting deceived. So when he went up, he pretty much spoke his same game. And then he met who he needed to meet, and even the ones that wasn't right had to respect him and tell him shit. So when he was ascending, astral traveling, coming back and forth, he was telling people what was going on. And a lot of people ain't listen to him at all because something I peeped, he always said woes to the ones who ain't listen. And woe is like a sincere type thing. So it's like a lot of people just didn't listen because I guess they thought he was crazy or like he didn't deserve that position or some shit. And that's when the skip to 6, go to 7, boom, boom, boom. It's like an initiation. And what happened, nobody knows what the fuck happened to him, apparently. Because one thing is, he always felt protected because he was walking in his righteous path. And the thing is, them beings had his back. So look, that's why when there's a person that can actually explain Enoch on some energy and what is happening, I don't think you should fuck with that person, okay? Because obviously they know the story because they either experienced it, lived it, or the same shit happened to them. And you're sitting there trying to figure out how and when and what and where with your FBI is. And most of y'all already know what's going on, but it's something else that's outside of y'all reach. And y'all just can't do it. The thing is, once it's all already in the air, it's in the air. So when you block videos from people and shit like that, all you do is just anger more shit to bring you karma because at the end of the day, it's not in the heart space at all. If anything, it's gonna happen anyway. Shit's gonna skip to 2060, where they said all this shit was gonna be, feel me, for 2000 or 2100. And I was gonna go futuristic and shit like that. Why do you think they're presenting it to you faster and faster and faster as the years go? But it's supposed to be way in the future. because consciously, maybe reality is going to be 2023. I mean, past 2023, but we're going to be in the year 2023. It's literally going to go past that because of the hertz resonating with the DNA as the year. The hertz resonates with the DNA as the year. The hertz resonates with the DNA as the year that's coming off the sun from these CMEs, corona mass ejections. Remember, that's why you're seeing everyone waking up and telling you shit as the timeline rises up. It's a hertz scale. The Kundalini rising is a hertz scale. Okay? And it's supposed to be tuning with yours because it's actually called harmonic frequencies. And harmonic frequencies come into a natural tuning to your body because your body deals with nature. That's what the DNA is. Dealing with the carbonated beings especially. Okay? So that means physically, mentally, you have to match nature. Obviously, nature operates in the heart space. It has different color spectrum showing it what it's about. So that being explained, if the automatic system is already set and it's already set to a cron job, that means right now we're changing the future. And the automated system, the more we expose, we're using their automatic system still with media. Yes, they're learning off of us, but at the same time, the more you expose is breaking them apart. Because remember, clones are running this shit. But how would you even think clones will be running this shit? They're at the end of the timeline with us. Fucking with us. Most of us already seen it. It's not even really a timeline. It's an energy transfer. It's kind of like some soul transfer shit. It's a conscious transfer thing. And period. It's just certain ones, you can't control their shit totally unless you put their energy against you. Really, all of you. Feel me? It's all a matrix. Showing light and dark energy and all the different color spectrums in between it. From the perception of a collective DNA. It's from a collective DNA making this like this. Okay? But if the automated system is what I'm trying to get you to get, if it's already set to play on the timeline, it's a hertz scale. That's what I'm saying. This hertz scale is going to be, the timeline is going to end past 3693 in 3 to 4 years. That's why we have to make it through these years. We're in the 6th year already out of 7. People say it's the 7 already. I say it's the 7, April 2024. And that's when it's going to denote. Or maybe it's just going to denote in January. And they're just going to match it up to the months from a lunar perspective. But I'm saying the timeline is going to end in 3 years because that's when it gets past. I mean, not 3 years. It's going to end by 2029 because it was a 12-year cycle coming off of 2017 after it settled. So it's really a 13-year because I think the shift shit actually happened 2017 in September. It was before I moved, so I kept thinking 2017. But it might have been 2016 when I saw Through the Wall. And that would make most sense because that was the 9 year, and then it was the rebirth. By 2019, that was the rebirth, denoting into a higher energy, which was 2020, 2021. Because 1, 2, 3, 4 be 13. That'll be 4. So 5 will be 2021. 6, 2022. 7, 2023. But the month is different. It's April to April, not January to January. So look, no, it just sounds like I just said the 6. It's not. I mean the 7 is now, but no, it's the 6. Okay, and everything's been matching up to it too. You see, above and below open. 1, 6 settle. But the end of the timeline goes off the cycle by numbers, which is 3, 6, 9, 3, representing completion. If the Hertz is hitting, then it's going to put us, because y'all, you know how the Kundalini surprises, so it's going to put you to a heat and it's just going to get hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. It's not going to get cooler and cooler and cooler and cooler unless we let them freeze the fucking planet. It's going to get hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. So that means the Hertz scale is going to be going up, 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 up from the sun. So it's making a timeline because we've been here already. We already fucking been here. It's just the fact we kept coming back. Okay? We keep coming back to this bitch. So look, is the whole point of ascension is not coming back to this bitch. Okay? It's like death, pretty much. But it's a rebirth because you're not coming back to hell, nigga. Pretty much. This is a beautiful place. It's our home that's supposed to be protected, but at the same time, it wasn't like this till the conscious of the shit got interrupted. It's like when a kid is so loving and then their heart get manipulated, now it's just like what the fuck's going on right now. Okay? Shit got manipulated. The energies got manipulated. It's our own energy against ourselves. And that sounds like what some robots would do, right? Okay. So if our automated system is already set, they just need you to go along with the act as they keep doing the shit over and over again. It's called a hedging method. Look up the hedging method. Look up the 6 keys to hedging method. It's gonna tell you they analyze and all this extra shit, report the risk, and repeat the shit all over again. They literally do it over and over again. They've been doing it, and if you read the stories from his story, he gave you a story. Repeat the stories. School, all that shit. All of them talking about the same thing, different story. It's just like when you play video games. They got the same storyline. They got different characters. Nigga, it's the same shit. You just got, if you never peeped the story or never peeped the next one, then that means you were just never paying attention or wasn't listening. That's all that means. So it's like, that being said, I feel like to have a higher self, like you talking to, I mean, I done seen myself through my palm, and it was like, my hand was like an iPhone, but it was no phone. It was the palm of my hands, and I was a giant. And I was looking down on myself here. It's like I was looking and then I came here type shit. It was like, but then certain people have they see themselves in um like